to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. And give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere.
Welcome to Open for Adventure. Just gonna do a quick sound check really quick. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear the music?
Vaguely.
No.
I will turn it up.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Is it too loud?
No.
No.
Perfect. Then, let's go ahead and start the session.
Heck yeah.
E.
Can they hear us?
Yeah, are we muted?
You guys are not muted. I'm pretty sure everybody can hear it. I'm fairly confident. All right. Kate, do you want to start us off? Deirdre, Kate?
Okay. I was like, I will assume that's me. Hi, I'm Kate. You can find me on Twitter at KatesD8s, and you can find me on Twitch and Discord at KatesandD8s. And I play the Warlock Deirdre.
Hi, my name is also Kate. I play Kestra, and you can find me on Twitter and everywhere else at Very Pale Ale.
Hi, I'm Mindy. You can find me on Twitter at MKAY1713, and I play our delightful little bard, Leona.
And today we are missing one of our players, Nevin, who normally plays Mondi. He is in the woods right now, so he cannot join us. But he will join us in a way in the end. Leona, do you want to give us a recap of last session?
I would love to. Chapter 4. Our adventures start off the day with breakfast. Nothing exciting happened at breakfast, so we're going to skip over breakfast. We went back on our way to the dwarves to find out if we could get some more armor for Kesra, our friend. We did, in fact, get a temporary loaner. And then we went back to Agatha's home because we were trying to solve the mystery of the missing children. And as Leona told, that's me, I'm Leona. As I told wonderful, fantastic stories to the children, the rest of the party was watching for any suspicious behavior. Deirdre actually created a small child, but nobody took the bait. And then we met Mr. Appleman, otherwise known as Noah. And he was delivering food for free, leftover food from his farm. And he spoke of a town down south with other farmers, and that was really all the information we got. Deirdre, in an effort to figure out what steps we should take next, remembered that there were symbols of 3 wavy lines of Avandra. So as she purchased lunch for the team, she asked around and was informed that there was a temple of Avandra just south of the city gate. So southward we traveled to the small temple to meet the caretaker halfling, who was not particularly helpful or particularly friendly, but that's okay. And then we saw Noah again. So we continued south, and we met a woman, and we were asking her questions, and she was not particularly forthcoming. So I accidentally scared her a lot, and she spilled all of the secrets about everything. And it turns out that the mysterious missing children were actually just being illegally adopted and taken in by families, cared for. So all of the kids were accounted for. It seemed all of the kids are happy and taken care of. So we decided, oh, it's great, we're going to go back. And as we had been warned, there were goblins and a hobgoblin, and we were in fact ambushed. And it was a very intense battle that almost did not end very well. It was great though. We made it. We're alive. But what was interesting, what happened, was when Maudie went down, Deirdre sprouted golden wings from her back, and she flew to the aid of her friend. And she quickly disposed of the rest of the goblins, and then immediately collapsed after in victorious display. And then we went back, Maudie and I took Deirdre back to town while Kesra collected all the goblin ears, and then we were joined by the cleric of Sarenrae, Amy Stormwild, and she took care of Deirdre and made her as comfortable as possible. And then Leona took a small trip to the Temple of Sarenrae, leaving Amaryllis, Deirdre's tiny little sprite, in charge. And we all turned in for the evening. The end of chapter 4. Oh, can't hear anybody.
I know. I was just being quiet.
Oh, I was muted.
Camille was talking.
It was wonderful. It was
Very good.
Let's go ahead and get started with the session. It is morning. What are you guys doing?
I'm probably just awake and humming a small, quiet tune as to not wake up Deirdre.
I'm awake, but I'm not. I don't want to move. I'm really comfy.
I'm actually downstairs eating breakfast because I have a bounty to turn in later today.
All right. At what point, Deirdre and Leona, do you guys get out of bed?
Oh, I'm out of bed.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
like looking out the window. I'm waiting for Deirdre to be ready to get up. And at some point, I will sit on her bed. Deirdre?
Huh?
I know you had a very difficult day yesterday, and you were probably still very tired, but I think we should go get breakfast.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm up. Give me a second.
Okay. And I'm like waiting at the door.
Deirdre, you are suffering from 1 point of exhaustion.
Cool. Okay. Thanks. I'm still really tired, but I will get up.
Big mood.
Yeah. Me every day. 1 point of exhaustion. I'm up. It's fine.
Doing life anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, today is actually a beautiful day. You guys can see through your windows. Crystal clear skies, a brisk wind, a chilly wind that's bringing in a cold front. You think maybe it could snow soon. It's not as cold as it was in Ilverness, but it's getting there. The tavern downstairs is at the moment sparsely populated, and it's just Kesra and about 2 other patrons, and this morning a human barmaid.
I'm gonna look for Mondi. I want to see if he's down here.
He's not.
Huh.
Good morning, Kesra.
Good morning.
Morning.
See? Yeah, that's precisely how I. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
I'm really sleepy still.
Is this the first morning Conrad? Is that his name?
The bartender.
The bartender, Conrad.
Is this the first time that we haven't seen him tending the bar since we got here?
He tends. No, you've seen a couple other people tend the bar.
Okay. Have you seen Monty yet?
Nope. Although, and I schlepp the nasty bag up onto the counter. I'm like, he probably doesn't want to. I don't see what the issue is, but I'm gonna turn these in later, and we're gonna get some beautiful, beautiful money, and then I don't know. I haven't seen him though.
That sounds good. How late in the morning is it?
It's not too late. You would say it's around 8:30, 8:45.
Would I know kind of like Mondi's sleep patterns? How early does he get up?
Pretty early.
That's
Mondi
weird.
doesn't just sleep a whole lot.
No. I'm gonna go see. I want to make sure he's feeling well.
You can go knock on his door.
Okay. I'll be right back. And I'm going to trudge back upstairs and I'm going to knock on his door.
As
Mondi?
As soon as you knock, you hear the door creaks open.
I'm having flashbacks to the first time we met. And I'm going to learn from past experiences. And I'm going to stay outside in the hallway and just kind of like open the door and look at it from a distance.
Make a perception check.
Not great. 11.
Well, the very first thing that you do notice is that Mondi is not here. He is gone. The bed is not made. There's a couple of his items of his are scattered about the room. Not scattered, but like where he would have placed them, just kind of as you come in and you kind of throwing things down.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of his items are around on the floor. The bed is unmade and messy. And the window is cracked. Well, it's more than cracked. It's about this far open.
Does anything look odd to me?
Do you want to investigate?
Yeah, I think
Sure.
I do.
Go ahead and roll for investigation.
Okay. That's good. Dirty 20.
Okay. I'm assuming you're taking a step in.
Yeah.
You step in the room, and you begin to really take in your surroundings this time. The sheets look thrown back. There are a couple items that are out of place, and you go over to the window and you notice that the lock was broken.
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go. I'm not going to run, but I'm going to very quickly go back down the stairs, go to Leona and Kesra and be like, I think we might have a problem. The lock to Monty's window was broken into, and he's not there.
Was
I mean, some of his stuff is still there, but he's not. Did I see his cards?
I mean,
Oh, his cards, like his tarot cards? Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, look, I'll admit broken lock, a little suspicious, but like, there's a lot of reasons for a broken lock.
I'm gonna like drum my fingers on the counter
Mhm.
of the bar and try to get the barmaid's attention.
She is cleaning up a plate, like washing a dish, and she comes up to you. Yeah, how can I help you?
Have you by chance seen our friend? He's a tiefling. He's very purple. Have you by chance seen him this morning?
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. No, I haven't seen him.
Thank
Do I
you.
believe her?
You can roll for insight.
12.
She seems to be telling the truth.
Are you sure he's not like hiding?
His
Maybe-
tarot cards were in the room. He never leaves them.
Did he leave like a note or anything?
I didn't see one. I'm gonna go back to look, and I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Okay.
I'll go with her.
Castor, are you staying behind? Finishing your breakfast.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm not gonna blend anything to this at all. So
yeah, Leona. Deirdre takes you upstairs and points out the exact same thing that she noticed.
Can I look around the window to see if like there's any, I don't know, like any evidence of like magic, or like if it was just like broken, or if it was like
Magically
magic
broken?
broken.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check. See if you can detect traces of magic.
23.
Oh god. With that roll, you are certain that magic was not used to break this lock.
Can I tell if it was, okay. Should have asked that before. Can I like peek my head out and see if there's like anything, like open the window a little bit more and see if there's anything like on the outside?
Sure. You lift up the window. It slides very easily. And you look out. You do see a cart with some hay just sitting in the alley right there under his door. And then you're on the second floor, so it's kind of hard to see from here. But there's a cart.
I pointed out to Deirdre.
That's strange.
Does it look like anybody's like with the cart, or is it just like hanging out?
Just hanging out. It's not uncommon to see carts unattended.
Does it look like there's any like hay trails like leading away from the
You
cart?
can go investigate it if you go down there.
I think we should go look at the cart.
I think so too, but let me grab Monty's things really quick. I'll put them in my bag.
Okay.
Just don't want anything being taken. And I'm going to look and like pick up Monty's stuff, and I'm going to put it all in my bag.
Okay. You do so pretty easily.
Do I see anything that's not Monty's?
No.
Okay.
Downstairs we go.
All right, you guys head downstairs. And
Kesra. Sorry.
Kesra's still down
Yeah.
there.
Kesra,
What?
come here. Bring your bacon, let's go.
All right. I'm
Put
gonna
it in your pocket. It'll be fine.
grab the bacon and the roll and schlep my way over.
We go out and around the side.
Yeah,
To
you're
where
gonna
we
go
saw the
out the front door and around the side where Mondi's window faces. Directly across the alleyway is another like apartment complex building, like a multi-family dwelling flats. And this alley is about 7 or 8 feet wide. Yeah, 7 or 8 feet wide. If you'd like to, you can either make a survival or an investigation check.
What are we looking?
We're looking for we're looking to see if the hay is doing anything weird besides just sitting in the carts.
I'm going to help her so she can get advantage on that roll if it's
Sure.
at all possible.
I'm rolling pretty well today, guys. That's a 21.
Okay. You do see that this cart has been moved recently. It was at the very back of the alley. You find the ruts that lead all the way to the back. As you look around in the hay, you do see that one of the hay bales, the twine that surrounds them has been busted on 2 of them. And there is a hay trail. A little bit of hay trail that leads out of the alley.
I follow it.
I point it at it.
Let's go.
What direction is it going? Is it going like back towards the alley or back out towards the front?
It is going south. Or it's going out of the alley. So this alley ends at a dead end. There's a fence behind the back side.
Okay. So back out and south? So back the way. Okay.
I'm just. All this looks like is they wanted to leave without anybody seeing them. We've all been there. So.
But it seems strange that he would have left all of his things,
He
right?
wouldn't have left his cards.
Just means he plans on coming back.
Why did he break
through the front of the tavern.
Why did he break the lock?
Who knows? This looks like secret getaway, I guess.
It's not
But
like him.
I don't know. It's only been a week, but lead on, I guess.
Okay, so we follow the hay trail as far as it will take us.
It takes you into the street. Leona. Something catches your eye in the opposite alley. It is a child. It's one of the orphans. It's a little girl, maybe 8 or 9, and she goes, "Hey, psst, psst. Come here, come here."
I turn back to Deirdre and Kestra. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Leona, listen, you have that friend, right? The purple one?
Moldy, yes.
Yeah,
Have you seen him?
yeah.
Oh,
I was sneaking out
yeah.
last night. Well, okay, a couple of us were sneaking out last night, and
you should probably not do that.
well, I'm sneaking out right now, so it's fine. I do this all the time. It's not a big deal. Maybe they'll just think I'm missing like the others.
Oh,
So, listen. I saw
I'm
this.
listening.
I saw this person that was carrying Mondi like a sack of flour. I'm sorry, they don't know the Mondi's name. Carrying your friend like a sack
No,
of flour.
you do because I said it.
Oh, okay.
They do.
Yeah, and it was just really weird.
Did you? When was this? What, do you know about what time?
It was like I was out pretty late. It was like 10:30 or 11.
Okay. Do you know what direction they went in?
Yeah. So it was me and a couple of the others, and we followed them to the gate, but we couldn't go farther than that because we were scared of the dark.
They went to the south gate of the city.
Yeah.
Okay. was it just one person with Monty, or was it
Yeah.
just one?
Yeah,
Do you
and she
have
had
a-
really dark skin, like really like gray, and she had these long ears like an elf, and they were all pierced, white hair.
white hair, pierced ears.
And like it's really weird because like I think she knew we were following her because she like gave me a wink at one point. We're not like really the quietest group, but like we were just following her as fast as we could. It seemed like an adventure.
Yes. I think maybe in the future when you sneak out, you do it when it's not dark out. But it's probably a little bit safer to have adventures during the day.
But dark is the best time to sneak out because you can wear dark clothes and just like go wherever you want.
Well, in the day you can wear very bright clothes, and it works the same.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go see if I can find my friend.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
I'm gonna hurry, but I'm also trying to like maintain some composure because we are in public, and I don't want to like, I don't want to have a freak out in the middle of the street. And I'm gonna when I get back to Deirdre and Kesra, I'm gonna pull them in real close, probably closer than at least Kesra wants to be, and I'm gonna whisper, "Guys, we need to find Monty." One of the kids was sneaking out last night with her friends, and she said that she saw someone carrying him out of the city.
Carrying?
Yes, it's some pointy ears, dark skin, white hair. I don't know of anybody that meets that description.
Roll a history check.
Oh, it was bound to happen. All right, that's a 9.
Nope. You don't know anybody who looks like this.
Okay. But
Kesra, you might though. You want to roll?
Why not? What am I rolling?
History.
16 plus 1, 17.
Yeah, you know what this is. They're the most common form that assassins and thieves take. It's a drow. It's a dark elf.
God, fuck.
What?
Can we do this after I turn in the goblin ears? Is this possible? Like,
The goblin ears can wait, Kesra.
you're not carrying them. They're real pretty gross, actually.
Put them in my bag. They'll be fine.
All right. Dump the nasty bag of goblin ears.
They
bag.
seem to disappear into the bag.
I don't care that much.
Fair.
So sounds like y'all's friend got abducted by a drow, which really sucks for him because they're usually really good at what they do. So I say we write this off and keep going.
No.
what?
No.
Clearly, look, like, okay, drow don't come up very often. And if they do, they come up for good reason and a lot of money. So if Chuckles got himself taken by a drow whatever, there's a really good chance that we don't want to mess with whatever that whatever was. Just saying. I mean, I know it's probably futile effort on my part, but I have to, at least a little bit, try to not. Maybe? Possibly? Not?
Said somebody carried him out of town. That is not good. There is no story I've ever read where that ends in a good way.
Oh, I agree. It's not good at all. Definitely. Also not good for us if we follow.
Well, we don't.
I mean, he's our friend. He's my friend. Kesra, you like money.
I really like money, you're right.
I'll pay you.
I mean, yes, but I really don't want. Which way? Fuck.
They said that they followed her to the south gate again, but they were too scared to go any further than that because it was dark, and the children.
They're the most reasonable people in this city, apparently. Let's head to the south gate.
It's not dark outside. It's perfectly safe.
We took care of the goblins.
Sort of. So south, and I would imagine we are moving a little with a little more haste than we may have in the past.
Okay.
Let me just like the goblins almost wrecked y'all's world. I like this is real different. I need you guys. This is not what it's fine. Cool.
Fine. We were fine last time. We'll be fine this time.
Look, I don't know many definitions of words, but I'm pretty sure fine does not cover what happened last night.
There was a lot that happened. But this is important.
Lead on.
Okay.
Casper, you feel a warmth at your side. Only you feel this warmth at your side, and you kind of look down, and it's your sword. It is warm to the touch, and then it fades.
Okay.
Mood.
It's fair.
And that's
I
it.
don't say.
Southward we go.
Okay. You guys begin to walk through the city. This area is just beginning to wake up. Merchants are setting up their tents if they haven't already set them up. Kate's gonna make me yawn.
Sorry.
I can taste. And a couple of children are running around carrying baskets and bags, maybe doing shopping for their family, or just having a good time. It's the equivalent of a Saturday. And the wedding is only 5 days away? I think? Yeah, I think it's only 5 days away. So you thought whenever you came to the city that the town was decorated, but this is just, there is so much more. It's like people just keep adding and adding and adding, and they're trying to beautify this whole city, which is massive. And it must take a lot of work from a lot of people to make this happen. And it's not all perfectly designed. Some of it's patchwork. Some of it looks like kids' drawings have just been taped up. It's freaking adorable. Yeah. So, you guys make your way towards the south gate. There are 4 guards standing at the top of the arch, and there's one guard on each side. Both of them are human. One is male and one is female at the bottom.
Do you think any of them might have seen anything last night?
I don't know, but we can ask.
Okay. Who looks the most amicable?
Roll for insight.
Ooh, that's a 14.
Neither of them look particularly amicable, but you have to say the man probably looks a little bit more approachable.
I think we should ask him.
Okay. Sounds good. And I will go up and... Hi, we're looking for a friend, and we think he might have gone this way. Were you on duty at all last night?
Yeah. My shift's about to end, and I'll be going home. Gonna do a studying thing.
That's good then. You might have seen him. He was a purple tiefling. he might have been a bit out of it.
Oh yeah, that kid. His friend said that he. Yeah. I remember this. Oh shit. What did he say his name was? I don't remember. So, yeah. What? Just curious. Why are you looking for him?
He's our friend. He disappeared, and we're just trying to find him. I have some of his stuff, and I'm trying to return to him.
Oh yeah, that's right. So your friend got really, really drunk last night, and apparently, and so another one of your friends was taking him back to your camp.
Oh. Do you remember? Our group split up, so we're not quite sure where the other half made camp. Did they say where they were headed?
Yeah, they said, well, she didn't really say. She kind of just wandered down that trail down there. It leads to the river.
Oh.
You walk far
Thank
enough,
you so-
and it goes westward. So the road continues south, and there's a trail that splits off and goes west.
Oh, well, that's perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to walk back. Be like, okay, so we followed the trail, we followed the road south, and then apparently she took him west on a trail to a camp. I
Okay.
mean,
So we follow that trail and hope that we find him.
that's the best lead we've got at the moment. Might as well.
Okay. Okay.
So start walking that way.
Probably on the outlook for both goblins and, although it's light out, but goblins and once we get, how far is the path from where we are? Like how far before it kind of
About 100 feet.
Okay, so as we start to split, I'm looking for anything alive, not just goblins.
Okay, so
Maybe a little bit extra goblins.
tell me again. Are you trying to make your check before you get onto the trail or after you get onto the trail?
As we,
As
well, I
you-
mean, I guess as we approach, it's only 100 feet away. So as we approach, but I'm really starting to like.
Okay.
Once we hit the split.
Make a perception check.
Oh god. Oh my, that's a 10.
Okay. No, it's pretty quiet out here. You don't see too much.
Do I see anything that might be like the signs of a scuffle or anything that's been dropped on the trail recently?
I would say for that you can make an investigation check since you're looking for something specific.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That is a 14.
Okay. You do notice that there are humanoid footsteps going down this path, but there's a couple. And it's with that roll, you know that somebody who was proficient with surviving in the woods could maybe like an expert tracker could probably find them probably help you navigate. Not even help you navigate, but they would know which of these trails is what made by what. But you don't have exactly a lot of experience tracking things. And so you find the footsteps of the humanoids. You don't see any sign of scuffle. You don't see anything that could have been Mondi. You don't see what you're looking for, unfortunately.
Okay.
DM,
Yes.
I am trying to keep an eye out to make sure that we aren't surprised by ne'er-do-wells.
Okay.
I'm a little on edge at actively following a drow that abducted somebody. So I'm keeping an eye out.
Okay. What's your passive? Perception. 11?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
So, well, I mean, if I'm actively, is it really passive?
I know, I'm just keeping that in mind.
Okay. Dang it. Not very observant, folks.
So, I would like you, Kesra, I guess, to go ahead and roll for perception.
Here's to hoping. 6.
Remind me what you were looking for again?
Just keeping an eye out.
Oh, just keeping an eye out.
I'm just keeping an eye out. Apparently not very well.
Yeah, you guys, to your knowledge, you feel like you're doing a great job looking out and that there's nobody around.
Mhm. So we keep going.
Okay.
I remember the guard said towards the river, so I'm going to follow this trail towards the river.
Okay.
Are there trees? Is there like
Yeah.
or is it just
It's this area is heavily wooded, and
Okay.
this trail carves a path between the trees. Some areas are more lightly sparse than others as far as the trees go. This is essentially the southern tip of the southeastern section of the Wildwoods. It's not as dangerous because it's near a city, but you know that people live out here, or you might know that people live out here. People like hunt in these woods, track things, and it's not uncommon for people to come in and out here. However, it can be thick in some places and thin in others.
So how far ahead in the path can we see? Like
Today-
what's our distance?
How far can a human being see during the day? I mean, it's the path is slightly curving, and so it does curve out of sight at some point.
Okay.
So it goes. You don't see or hear a river currently.
So we just keep walking. Do we see
Oh shit! It started playing
we
rain
see-
sounds as soon as I did that.
any signs of like just like anybody that would have set up camp or anything, or like smoke or anything that might indicate an organized camp
Set up.
Yeah.
Okay, are you looking to track? Go ahead and roll survival.
I don't know what
I will assist.
Are you proficient?
No.
Not in this case.
I am.
I rolled a dirty 20 regardless, so
Do you want to take the advantage in case you crit?
I will gladly take the advantage though, if I can.
If
have it.
Kesra's helping.
I rolled another 20, so dirty 20. Another same exact thing.
Okay. With that dirty 20, you do start to see where some of these humanoid footprints differentiate. Split off, go into various areas. In your mind, you're already concocting a story about how these people and who they were, and one of them's a hunter going to check his traps, and the other one is two lovers making their way out for some privacy. So there's one that goes off towards the north, back up towards the town, and then it's the other way around. The one pair of footsteps goes towards the south, and the two pair of footsteps go back towards the north. And there's some more that continue forward. And you don't see anywhere currently that somebody would want to make a camp. Do you want to keep going forward and looking, or are you?
I want to pause. I want to like draw everyone's attention to the footprints, and say, it looks like we have to make a decision. If it was only one person, then I don't think it's back north. But did you tell us that in the direction of the river, if we keep going in the direction of the river?
The guard said that the trail headed towards the river.
So, this is someone being sneaky. Do you think they would kind of peel off of the main path, or do you think they would? It looks like the actual path itself is fairly well tread.
I will
right?
say with that dirty 20, you would notice the size of the footsteps and the size of the couple going north. One is like a very small set, not very small, but like your size, and one's a larger set, confirming your theory about the couple.
Okay.
You feel, oh man, my intuition is so good. And then you look at the one that has curved off, and they are rather lightly placed. Not placed, but they're a small kind of...
Someone that's good at being sneaky.
Yes. But it rained. You could tell maybe it has rained in the last week or so, and so their feet did make a slight impression.
Do you think we should follow this path? The one...
It looks like the best lead. It makes sense.
Okay. Then I think we should go that way. And now, I would imagine now that we are peeling off of the path, like off of the main traily thing, that we're really trying to like keep an eye out.
Okay. Who is following who is trying to follow the trail?
I mean,
Who is like looking at the tracks and trying to follow where they go?
I feel like since I saw them, I would still be looking, but that doesn't mean someone else isn't like, Leona, move. Because I am me.
Deirdre I am still very tired, and I'm not doing very well. Also, DM, I forgot I had a point of exhaustion. I should have disadvantage on ability checks.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Kesra, what are you doing?
Eating my bacon.
Okay, I'll keep.
Are you lagging behind? Are you staying
I'm
with them?
I'm still like trying to keep an eye out, but not really.
You're not actively participating?
It's not my forte. So
Okay.
I don't think it's any of our fortes.
I mean,
Just
Aren't
happen
you
to be a
proficient?
bard.
Yeah,
I'm just a...
I will say well, if you say you're not proficient, then go ahead.
I mean, technically I'm proficient, but I would like to think that it's a different kind of survival than.
I would say no, given your
What's
occupation.
What's probably happening is I am in the back of the group eating the rest of my bacon, just like looking over and looking at Leona trying to do stuff and be like, no, that's actually you're gonna want to go that way. Just I'm definitely backseat driving.
Okay. So Leanna, go ahead and make a survival check with advantage. Girl.
That's a natural 20.
Excellent.
yeah.
Excellent. With that
You're
natural
welcome.
20, with a few guided words from Kesra, you are very good at picking things up very quickly, as people in your profession are. You especially, you're a fast learner. You always have been. And as you begin to follow this trail, you get into that groove. You get into a groove and you are certain that you know where this is going, or you can at least follow this. A few times you do get a little nervous because it appears to maybe grow lighter or move erratically, navigating around certain things, certain areas of the woods. But you follow it exactly, and it takes you only because you rolled at that natural 20. I'm gonna say it brings you. It's gonna bring you pretty far. I would say it takes you all the way to a big clearing where there are a couple of trails that split off. And you could try to check this clearing. However, you come across a massive, hulking figure. You guys have seen Dragonborn before, but you have never seen a Dragonborn like this. He is almost what we would consider a large creature. Massive.
I would just like to point out to my other party members, hint, hint, that I'm probably so focused on these footprints that I am not aware.
Noted. So this massive dragonborn has a huge scar down his face, with one eye that's milky clouded white. He wears no armor, just actually, let me get some Listen, yeah, he's not wearing any armor, but he doesn't look like he needs to. And his kind of side back is to you. Let's see if he notices you. Ah, dice! Y'all, I have my life together. It's totally fine.
It's fine.
Fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. 14 perception plus 0. Currently, he is chopping wood and handing it to what you now see coming out of the woods to apparently grab the wood from him are 3 much smaller creatures with long snout-like faces, almost dog-like in their appearance, with a little nub at the end, teeth coming down, 2 horns spiked up the back of their head, muscled bodies, not wearing any clothes, just a loincloth, 3 talons on hands and feet, and a massive long scaled tail that comes out of the back.
Leona.
What? Oh my gosh. Take a few steps back.
The kobold, or the creatures they have noticed you. The Dragonborn turns around to look at you, and the kobolds start to hiss.
Sorry. We're looking for a friend.
Friend?
Yes. He's a purple tiefling?
How far are you away from him, would you say?
25 feet.
Yeah, because he's big. We saw him early.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I hate that.
No.
Does a 20 beat your armor class?
I think for everyone, yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you say purple tiefling, he raises up a massive greatsword and comes charges towards you and comes slicing at you. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Great. Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I rolled garbage.
Actually, I rolled pretty okay.
Where are my notes? Guys, I'm totally prepared.
I don't want to die.
Dying's not great.
You would know?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Watch me be out of it from this one. Got one more page. Hey. Okay. 20 or above? Uh, 15 to 20?
17.
Mm. 10 to 15?
14.
What'd you get, Leona?
13.
Okay.
Beat you by that much.
Okay. I'm going to shift to the map
Oh.
I don't like it. I don't want to die.
This is no fun. That's a lie. This is huge fun, but still.
Well, I need to have those ready.
Okay. As you guys are in this clearing, so you guys want? I'm sorry, you guys have to watch the Twitch channel to be able to see. Got your 3 kobolds who are assisting. 1, 2, 3, and you have this massive dragonborn right on you, Deirdre.
Cool. Great.
Up first is Taz, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that was his turn. Deirdre, it is your turn.
Okay. I am. I'm going to cast. Yeah, I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay.
And so it's a 10-foot radius sphere, and I'm going to center it just behind him so it doesn't touch anyone else, just him.
Okay.
And he has to make a Constitution saving throw, which.
So you said 10
Should be
foot
fine.
radius back behind him?
Uh-huh.
Okay, here's your shatter. It's very well drawn.
Yep.
He has to make a con save?
Yep.
Natural. Plus 5 is
Beat it.
21.
Fuck. Yes. But. Okay, so he still takes half damage, which is good.
Okay.
I'll take that. So it would be. Oh, yes. Ah. 20, so he takes 10 points of damage.
All right. You see that the shatter that you've produced, you aim it a little bit farther back than you wanted, and as it slices into his backside, you notice that his scales are like armor.
Then for my bonus action, I'm going to, let me see. Nope, that's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. Up next, we have Kesra.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna go up and hit him, I guess.
With what?
Probably my sword. That's the thing that'll probably do the most.
Is your sword?
I mean,
It's a long sword or a great sword?
Great sword.
Okay. A weapon matching his own. You take raise your blade and take a swing. Go ahead and roll.
While this is happening, I'm like, look, we're just looking. We don't need to. Just don't stop. Whew, that one.
You muted.
13 plus 5. 18.
That does hit.
Hell yeah. Hey, 6 plus 5 plus 3, 14.
So 14 points of damage, and then as you slice into him, you feel a warmth emanating from your blade out of your hands as the blade begins to glow. How do paladins work? Hey. First level, so roll a d8.
Five.
All right. So for a total of 19 points of damage, your sword glows faintly right now as it slices into him. Doing 19 points of damage. That's a lot.
Look, just stop. We're just looking. Just stop. Stop. That's my free action. Is me telling him
Okay.
to stop. Probably badly.
We're up to Leona.
Shoot, do I get the impression that he is at all swayed by Kesra? I don't get any impression. Okay. I am going to draw. How does he look at all hurt?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He looks bloodied.
Okay. Then I'm going to draw my rapier. I'm mostly terrified because he just came at Deirdre real fast, real unexpectedly. And I'm going to move closer and I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
Oh my god, guys, really? That's a 7.
7 to hit? Nah. Does not hit.
As I promised, one day I'm going to be really useful. It's just not going to be ever because I can't roll worth crap.
We love you anyway.
I'm going to reach out. Am I within range of Deirdre for my bonus action?
Yes.
I'm gonna like extend my hand towards her and I'm gonna like, I don't have like a cute little anything prepared, but she says some like little rhymey thing and I'm gonna inspire Deirdre.
Okay. Deirdre, I believe you have a D6 inspiration die.
It is D6.
Perfect. That brings us to the kobolds. You see these creatures begin to hiss and growl, much like a small dragon would. This kobold is going to come up around to you, Deirdre. He's going to make an attack with his dagger. He actually gets advantage because of pack tactics.
Against Deirdre or Leona?
Leona, natural 18 plus 4, 22 to hit Leona.
Yes.
All right, you're going to suffer 4 points of piercing damage. This guy's going to come up to you, Leona. Not you, Kesra. And this guy's going to use his whole turn to come around the back of you guys. He can't do anything. This guy is going to take a swing at you, and he does have pack tactics. 14 plus 18.
Yeah.
You're also going to suffer 4 points of slashing damage as he drives his dagger into your calf.
That's rude.
Yeah.
That is rude.
That brings us back to Tazrakis. Okay. So, Kesra, you have heard of people who can channel their inner hatred and anger and use it in battle. You've never seen it before. But this bronze dragonborn holds his greatsword out and lets out a terrible scream into the air. And he is
It's not that
raging.
serious. It's not that serious.
And he is going to come back down on you, Kesra, because you just did all of that damage to him.
Bro, no! It's not that serious, I promise. Bro! Whoa!
Bruh.
Great weapon. Oh yeah, not great weapon master. Yeah, we're gonna do great weapon. Reckless. 9 plus 9 hit. Is that? Yeah, it's a 23 to hit you.
I mean, sure.
2d6.
Yeah.
Plus 6. 4, 5. 9 plus 6 is 15 points of slashing damage with this massive greatsword. And that is his go. And he
Cool.
looks at all of you through these bared fangs, and he says, actually, he does not say anything. He just lets out another terrible roar right into your face, Deirdre. You can smell his acrid breath in your face.
Oh, come on.
Can we throw a mint at him?
Sure.
Free
And that brings us to Deirdre's turn.
Okay. I am going to cast she is going to cast Eldritch Blast. But she's also going to be like, "We're just looking for our friend. We don't want to hurt you." She says as she attacks him.
It's going to be a disadvantage because you are within melee. An Eldritch Blast is a ranged attack.
Ranged attack. Fine. Bad. Of course. Had a 19 and a 2. So, Eldritch Blast misses.
Yeah.
Look, it was an intimidation tactic. It's fine.
Kesra, you've got a kobold on your back right. This massive dragonborn in front of you, now hulking down, staring at you. Looking you right in the... It turns from Deirdre to look right at you. Right in your face. What do you do?
I put a finger up real quick, and then I spin and attack the kobold behind me.
Okay, roll to attack.
Oh, what? Time out. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. Deirdre, don't forget you're inspired.
Oh,
I don't suppose
It wouldn't
that
matter. but
a
remember.
8 does it.
For a kobold, it does not.
Cool.
These rolls are so bad, guys.
Yeah, this is not great.
Leon, it's your turn.
Okay. Noticing that these kobolds are slowly trying to surround us, and keeping in mind that Kestra did just do a nice little pretty number on old big scary dude,
Mhm.
I'm gonna turn back to the kobold right beside me, and I'm going to sing, "Come little kobold, join my side, fight your fellow brethren." And I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness.
Okay. What's the saving throw?
Something. That's a great question.
It doesn't matter. He failed.
Fantastic. And I'm going to instruct him on his turn to attack the kobold that has given a little bit of distance.
Okay. Ah! Okay, this is him. We are going to make him a little different. Edit. Image adjustment. He is going to invert. Because he is reversed. Hey! That's going to bring us to the kobold's turn. On the kobold's turn, he is going to... Oh gosh. He is going to run up to this kobold. He does technically provoke an attack of opportunity from you, but are you going to take it? This Crown of Madness. Charmed on you.
It doesn't say.
Typically, if it's a charm, they're charmed until they take damage.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
You must use you must use your action on every subsequent turn to maintain the spell, or it fails. Charmed target also makes another wisdom at the end of each of its turn, and the spell ends on a success. It does not say anything about if you hit it. So
Then hit it.
I will try to hit it then.
okay, use your reaction.
Don't really want to kill it though, because like he's going to kill something for me. Oh, hey guys! I did a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a 19.
that does hit.
Yay! I did it. Oh, okay. That. Okay, well it's 5 points of damage, so.
All right, on the Crown of Madness. I'm gonna draw a little crown on him. How many 5 points of damage?
Just 5, yeah.
Okay.
But that's good, because now he can still attack his friend.
That's exactly how many hit points he has.
Are you kidding me? So that was great use of a spell. Great use of a second level spell slot. Awesome.
as he goes down. This kobold. So he didn't even make it past. Nope, not that guy. This guy. This kobold is going to come up to you, Leona. You seem to be some sort of wizard. She's a witch burner. 15.
Does she weigh more or less than a duck?
That's a natural 20.
Is she made of wood?
It's 8 points of piercing damage as he sinks his dagger right into your side. That brings us to Taz's turn. He lets out another ferocious roar and he says, "You will not foil our plans," in common.
Did
You're right,
he
we
take damage
probably
last
won't.
round?
Did he take damage last round?
I don't think he did.
Listen.
I told him to hold on for a second, so I didn't attack him.
Yeah, we all did a terrible.
My Eldritch Blast missed.
I was playing with the kobolds, so.
Yeah, his rage does end.
Yes. Player
Yep.
party.
Yep. Good job, guys.
Real nice.
This rage within him begins to fade away. He gets another one. It's fine. He will use his bonus action to recall that inner anger and hatred and rage. But nice. Good one. And he is going to...
You're probably right. We probably won't foil anything. Just.
He's going to make 2 attacks on you. I forgot to give him advantage. 15 and a 5. 24 to hit.
Who's you?
Kesra.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. You're gonna take... Um, 6, 3, 6, 8, 9, plus 6. 15 points of slashing damage.
Cool. I'm not great. Not great, folks. Not great.
And that brings us to Deirdre.
Okay. I am. Oh, good. I'm going to still stay in melee with this barbarian guy, and I'm going to lean over and touch Kesra, and I'm going to use my healing light.
Okay.
As a bonus action, so I'm going to give her 2d6 out of my pool of 4. So you have 6 hit points back, Kesra.
What does it look like?
It is this glowing, almost like what it looks like when it's a whole bunch of fireflies, and they just kind of glow from me to her for a second, and then they fade.
Thank you. Good news is a kobold can't kill me anymore.
Speaking of, Kesra, it's your turn.
Oh, I still have an action.
I'm so sorry. Deirdre still has an action.
For my action, I am going to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay, they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
They have advantage. Oh, that's not great. That's not great. That's not great at all. That's 11.
No, fails.
All right, how much damage does he take?
He takes max damage. He takes 8 points of radiant damage.
It's starting to look a little rough. What does it look like?
It is almost like white gold fire. It's almost like a molten metal, and it just encompasses him briefly.
Okay, great. That brings us back to Leona.
Okay, I'm
Hey,
going.
whoa.
Oh yeah,
Forgive me.
Kesra.
I'm so sorry to Kesra, guys. Guys. This is my first time DMing.
So the real question is, do I hit the guy that gives the other guy advantage, or do I hit the guy that's most likely gonna kill me? I'm gonna go for the newt again.
Yeah, what does
Not the
Kestra
newt.
do?
The kobold. I got newt on the brain. Kobold. Go for the kobold. Much better. 13?
That does hit.
Thank God. 5 plus 3? 8?
Yeah,
What?
that kills him.
Good.
Guys,
Great,
kobolds have
good.
light sensitivity.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine. They're dead. They're almost all dead now.
Yeah,
It's
that one's
fine.
dead.
These are the special ones.
There's only one left.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So that kobold's dead now. Good.
Yeah. Now it's Leona's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to seeing this big dude is just crushing Kesra, so I'm going to make an attack on him and just pretend that the little kobold behind me is not. He's okay. He's fine.
Okay.
They go down so easily. It'll be fine.
Who are you aiming at?
It doesn't matter. It's a 9.
That doesn't hit either of them. It's that kobold's turn. He's gonna make an attack at you with disadvantage. That's a natural 20. That's an 11. 15 to hit.
Yeah.
All right, that's another 4 points of piercing damage as he yanks the dagger out and tries to slide it back in. And it's finally Taz Zarakis' turn. Does he have anything cool that I wanted to do with him? Oh.
Here's to hoping I don't die, folks.
Oh. I forgot to do this.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fine.
He's great. He's great. He's awesome. He's going to turn to you, Deirdre. And you watch as he takes a massive breath in, his chest swelling. In his next roar, a massive lightning strike comes down at you. Please roll a dexterity saving throw.
At disadvantage. That one's okay. Even better. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay. Dexterity saving throw?
Yes,
13?
that's exactly what you needed. You will take success though. 2d6 lightning. 1, 6. 7. You take 3 points of lightning damage.
That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, that could have been a lot
That
worse.
could have been awful.
Oh wait, nope. One more d6. 2, 1. So add an additional 1 to it.
Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, that could have been much worse.
Okay, Deirdre, what doing?
Well, what's Kestra looking like at the moment?
I don't know. We can go to the dashboard and check.
Oh, sorry, I have it on my phone, so I can't really see it.
She's looking rough.
Cool. I'm going to use my other 2d4 from my healing light. I'm going to heal her again.
Having a little hard time hearing you, Kate.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get closer. My bad. I'm going to use my other 2d4 from my healing light.
Okay.
So that's a 5 and a 3. So you get another 8 points back, Kesra.
Thank you.
Yep.
Much better. I'm in the double digits now.
Is that your full turn, Deirdre?
And then for my action, because that was my bonus action, for my action, I am going to. He's right on me. I'm going to cast. Yeah, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame again.
Okay. Gets advantage. That's a natural 20. Still takes half, doesn't he?
No.
Oh, that's right. It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Perfect. Kesra, you are up.
I bet you can guess. But I'm a swing on the big fellow.
Okay.
12 plus 5?
That hits.
17? Okay, okay. 6 plus 2 plus 3 is 11.
Ooh, he's starting to look rough. He's getting pissed. He also takes half damage.
He wasn't pissed before? God.
Yeah. It's fine. Leona, how are you responding?
I'm probably gonna turn. I'm just gonna take care of the kobold behind me,
Okay.
and I'm real frustrated, but I'm just gonna spin around and take a whack at it. 19.
That hits.
Thank God. Where's my D8? All right. Well, it was a 8 damage. So.
And he's down.
Hey.
Just leaving this massive hulking... Oh, not that guy. Leaving this massive hulking figure in front of you. And it's his turn. He's pissed. He's really pissed. He is going to use his great sword attack. Yeah. He's going to attack you, Kesra. He's going to make it reckless.
Oh, great. Good. Awesome.
10. But 2 10s, 19.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I rolled 2 2s. 4 points of damage. 4 plus 6, that's 10 points of damage.
Oh man.
Sign him up. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. Sign him up. It's fine.
So as he takes his greatsword, he nearly cleaves, carves into Kesra's breastplate armor, and she starts to you see her knees start to shake as she is about to go down onto her knees.
God, alright.
Leona.
That's not my turn.
No, it's Deirdre's turn. Ah!
Hey. Well. Caster's going down. This is really bad. I am going to. Yeah, it's fine. I can take it. Maybe. No, I can't. I'm not gonna do that. I am going to. As.
What are you doing?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna cast Sacred Flame on him again.
Okay. With advantage, 4, 12 plus 1, 13.
Fails.
All right, how much damage?
8 takes another 6 points of damage.
You watch as this figure starts to his scales on the back of on the back of him are starting to boil with from your divine energy. That brings us to Kesra.
Don't I have advantage on my attack?
Certainly
because he
do.
reckless attacked me? Cool,
Mhm.
cool. That's what's gonna happen. Let me just roll my dice real quick here. Got an 8 and a 19.
Hey, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Cool. I keep forgetting that I get to reroll 1s and 2s on damage.
Yep.
That's great. That's 5 plus 5 plus 3, 13.
How do you want to do this?
Fucking just. It's really sloppy. It's really sloppy, but I'm just gonna swing around and chop him right into the crook of the neck and the shoulder, rather desperately because he's big and I'm in pain and this sucks a lot.
And he goes down you watch as he is aiming for another one of his reckless swings, and it would have caught you right in the side, maybe a spinal impact. But as you bring your blade on top of him, that arm, the muscles used to connect that arm go limp, and the weapon falls. And so does he.
Well, I'm going to go over and I'm going to go over to Kesra. And
At this point, I'm like leaning really heavy on my greatsword. Just.
And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. So 2d8. You get 11 hit points back.
That looking. You add that 11.
What are you guys doing with this
You're
dragonborn in
muted,
front of you?
Caitlin, you're muted.
Caitlin, you're muted.
It's fine. It's just tired ramblings of a tired person.
What are you guys
That's all.
doing with this dragonborn in front of you and the kobolds around you in this clearing?
I want to take a look at his body.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I'm really tired.
Yeah.
Oh, with disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'll join you.
My first roll is a natural 20 because of course it was.
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna join you after a second to maybe.
However, my second roll was a 17, so it's still
Okay.
good.
Okay. He's got a lot of stuff. He is carrying a lot of shit on him. You find, of course, his breastplate, armor that's on him, this great sword that has a runic symbol carved into it, some antitoxin, a vial of something that you're not sure what it is right now, a block of incense, 2 sets of chain that's 10 feet long, some fishing tackle, a holy symbol, a hunting trap, a little bag of sand, some oil, a torch, and a whetstone.
I'm going to put everything except the chain and the bag of sand into my bag.
Okay.
What kind of chain is it? Like chain, like a chain you wear around your neck?
Just like a chain that you might use to wrap something up in.
Who wraps things up in chain?
With that investigation check, you would notice that the sword is very, very nice. Very, very nice.
Kesra, can you do anything with this?
Yep. Let me just give me a second, and I'm gonna like stretch for a second and go over and hold up his greatsword next to my greatsword and see how much nicer his greatsword is, and I'm just gonna drop my greatsword.
Okay.
Oh my god. Although I am gonna pick it back up because I can sell it later. So.
Are you going to take a short rest with it?
Yes, a short rest would be great. Can we just
Yeah, that would be amazing. Can we do a short rest?
take a second? I need to finish my bacon and just not bleed out. Yeah.
So are you going to spend some time with this sword?
After I finish my biscuit, yes.
Okay. Cool.
While we're resting, I'm going to use Song of Rest.
Okay.
Ooh.
So everybody gets. Everybody gets 5 hit points back.
Hey, back at max. Thank you.
Back in double digits. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
I want to see if I can figure out what the potion was.
Sure.
And,
Roll
dip my
a
pinky in it and taste it.
roll a nature check.
So, oh, both really good. Okay, so the lower one was a 13 plus 5 is an 18.
It's poison, commonly known as assassin's blood. It is a poison that you ingest. You
Great.
imagine that is what the antitoxin is for.
Well, thanks to the Song of Rest and one hit die, I'm 1 point away from max, so we're good to go.
Good.
As you
Okay.
all sit in this clearing, beaten, worn, tired, bloody, you wonder where in the world your friend is. And that's where we're going to take a really short break. We'll be right back.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
When we last saw our band of adventurers, they had just fought a barbaric bronze dragonborn, making out barely by the skin of their teeth. Kestra found a sword, and they took a short rest. What are you doing now?
I mean, we should probably keep following, right? We're obviously on the right track. This person definitely knew about Mondi.
How cool is my sword?
Very cool.
Hell yeah.
You get +1. It's a +1 sword.
Yeah. Okay.
As soon as you attune with it, you see the words protect and defend light up the sides.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, should we keep going? Is everyone okay?
Keep going.
All right.
Let's go.
How are you guys proceeding?
DM, could I possibly track through this area using nature checks versus survival, or would it have to be survival?
I would say, yeah, you could try to use nature.
Okay. And then I will go first with my nature checks.
Okay. At disadvantage.
Smart with that. God damn it. Oh, short rest. No, short rest doesn't get rid of exhaustion. Okay. Great. Oh, right, but I have that. So 13.
Okay. Which tracks are you trying to follow now? The original set?
Yes.
Okay. Out of the few paths that extend out of this clearing, you find that the one going straight forward back down, as if like just continuing straight, is the one that seems to match the size of footprints that you're following. Also has a set of larger footprints that you can imagine match the Dragonborns.
Then I will follow those.
I'm also following in the back.
Okay. Please consult my notes.
Okay.
I think after running into those people, I'm probably looking, now that I'm not focused on tracks, I'm probably looking for anything that looks alive and potentially threatening.
Okay, make a perception check.
Big and scary. 15.
Currently, no, you don't see anybody around or anything that might be a threat to you. After about 20 minutes, however, you do find a cove. A large cove where the river has kind of pulled inward to create another body of water, and then you can see the river just past the cove. Let me get a perception check from everybody.
Six.
11.
9.
Okay, yeah. From where you're standing, you see that this cove has been kind of worn into the side of this what would have been a massive hill, almost like mountain type, and there is like a wall along. There's like a few inches of shore, and then it goes straight up as a cliff. And there doesn't seem to be anybody around.
I'm still following the tracks. Do they lead anywhere?
This is where they begin to meet sand.
I'm gonna walk towards the cliff edge.
Okay, so yeah. So it's like you're gonna walk along the cliffs up here and you're gonna walk along the bottom.
Yes.
Okay. It's very peaceful out here. The water's almost crystal clear. The waves lap gently at the beach. It's very quiet.
Do I see like a cave entrance? Do I see?
You can make a perception check.
Disadvantage. Oh, gross. Actually, the second roll wasn't bad. Investigation. Okay. Actually, that's not terrible. 13.
You do not see. It's there are a couple places that are vague, that jut out up above, but with that roll, you don't see any.
Does it look like anybody has in the past climbed up the cliff? Like, how high is this cliff?
The cliff itself is pretty high. The cliff, maybe it goes maybe 200 feet up. And there are parts of this that look like you could just hop up them. Boulders like sticking out of the side.
200 feet.
Hop or step. Yeah. And they kind of form a loose pattern upwards.
Do we see any other way to get up the cliff?
Make a perception check.
11.
No, but these rocks seem to be pretty easily climbable. They're maybe like 2 feet up from each other. And they're maybe 5 feet wide. Like almost like a natural staircase.
That's a long way up. But if it doesn't look like there are any footsteps anywhere else around the sand, like where they may have come in and then left, and so similar footsteps leaving the area.
Make a survival or investigation check.
$21.
Okay. So, there is sand lining up and down these rocks where you imagine there is no water that can reach them. So somebody is tracking sand up and down. There's plenty of signs of activity now that you have, or not plenty of signs, you can now see the signs of activity going up and down this area. You're not sure how, it's hard to see from your vantage point because you're staring straight up at it. But yeah, people are definitely using this.
I think they went up.
Up?
I think so.
Are we sure?
I'll point out where I see what I can see in the sand on the ledge.
Well, start climbing, I guess.
Okay. This will be an adventure.
Yeah. Great adventure.
Okay.
I will start climbing.
All right.
Follow.
You guys start to climb up these rocks, and it reminds you of. It's not challenging. It's just strange to be kind of hobbling. You feel like this was like almost a staircase at one time, made for someone a lot bigger than you. And over the years, it has been worn, and so the staircases or the steps, instead of being the boulders instead of being kind of level, they sink in a little bit from years of use. It is kind of a challenge to make your way up, but about halfway up, you find a door sunken into a recess in the wall. It's iron.
I would like to cast Detect Magic on the door.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic, and the door is not magical and it does not appear to have any magical traps on it. You do get a blip from Kestra's new sword, though. It is distinctly very magical.
Huh. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put my ear up and see if I can hear anything?
Yeah, roll for perception.
That's gone really well for me so far. So, 17.
You listen in and you don't hear any signs of movement or life within. It's very quiet. Oh gosh.
Does it look like the footsteps that we saw kind of coming up, does it look like any have gone, does it look like they're going towards
It's no longer climbable once you get to this point.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm going to summon Amaryllis. And I'm going to... Looking at the door, is it like flush with the ceiling and the floor, or is there like a bit of a gap somewhere?
There's a bit of a gap, but it's maybe 2 or 3 like a centimeter or 2.
Okay. Is there like a keyhole or anything like
Yeah,
that?
there's a keyhole.
I'm gonna have Amaryllis kind of look through the keyhole and see if she sees anybody.
Okay. She peers through the peephole. Tries to stick her head in a little further. It almost gets stuck.
Oh.
There's nobody in there.
Okay, thanks. No, put her on my shoulder. I'm going to try the door handle. Is it locked?
No. It's not locked.
Just poke our head in.
Yeah.
Okay. You poke your head in, and what you see is a pretty small room, maybe 10 feet by 10 feet. Some barrels and crates line the wall to the left. Looks like storage. There is kind of a ragged old, what used to be a rug in the center, almost like a welcome mat, but it's clearly decades old. And then there is a ragged table that looks like it could give out any moment. Towards the right side, you do, plain as day, see the double iron doors that lead to something else. There's 2 of them, and they're closed.
I'm going to cast light so that we can see and hear a bit better.
Yeah.
there anything on that table?
No.
So there's like, okay, so is there any like stuff in this room, or is it pretty much just a room before you get to the room?
There are crates and barrels to the left of you.
Can I investigate them? Smell them? Is it
Okay.
food? Is it?
Roll investigation.
18.
18. Yeah, this is food. This is hardtack. It's rations. They don't look
Gross.
particularly appetizing, but
It's gross.
a few of them are kegs of water. There's 2 kegs of ale.
So can we go up to the iron door and do we hear anything?
Roll for perception.
I'm gonna grab some hardtack.
Okay.
That shit lasts forever.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Through this door, you close your eyes and press your ear up against the cold steel. You hear a low chanting. You hear the crackle of a large fire. You hear footsteps.
Like approaching footsteps?
Just footsteps. They are chanting in... what languages do you speak?
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish, Halfling.
Nothing that you speak.
I will go over.
Yeah.
Do I recognize it?
What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, and Sylvan.
What languages do you speak, Ezra?
Common, Dwarvish, Orc, and Elvish.
None
Cool.
of you understand it.
I do understand that it sounds awful,
It does.
and probably, definitely, most certainly, really bad news. So we could just leave now. Just,
No, we can't. We can't.
but we can.
Monty's in there. He might need our help.
If he's in there, he definitely needs our help. But the question is, if we go in there, who's gonna help us?
We can hear.
Figure it out. Is the door locked?
Are you gonna try it? So it's iron doors with big handles.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try to turn the handle?
Yes.
Yeah.
How far are you Are you just testing it, or are you trying to open it?
I'm gonna test it first.
Okay. It is not locked.
Okay. Is this door fully flush with the floor?
Yes.
Open it really quietly and poke our head in so we can just see what's happening. And then if we don't see Monty, we can get out.
Well, I'm thinking I can send Amaryllis.
Okay? You'll have to open the door.
Yeah,
Quietly.
just a little bit though. We just have to crack it.
No. Please, for the love of all that is shiny, don't.
Open. Oh, wait. Do you want to reopening it?
Yeah, we're gonna open it.
Very carefully.
Yeah, just as quietly as we can.
Make a stealth check, Deirdre. At disadvantage.
No. Yeah. That's
Can
exhaustion.
Leona help me? So we can just do a
Leona, are
straight
you
roll.
proficient in stealth?
I am.
You can't help her.
Oh, thank God. So it's just a straight roll?
Yes.
Oh, thank fucking God.
Okay. And you said stealth?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Kestra is having a little mini aneurysm. On the other side of the door, very quietly. But
And so you slip Amaryllis through.
I'm gonna tell Amaryllis wants to like go up as high as the ceiling, follow until she can see what's going on, and then come back and tell us.
Okay. Okay. You can also project your sight through your familiar.
Ooh, I've never done that before. So yes, I will do it. It's a bit strange, but I'm going to hold on to Leona's hand as soon as it happens, and I'm gonna have Amaryllis go and look.
Roll me a stealth check for Amaryllis, who is not exhausted and does not have disadvantage.
Yay!
Do you have a sprite set up in your little D&D Beyond character sheet?
I don't. I didn't know.
I can set it up, or I can show you how to set it up after. It's really cool. But for now, we can just look up a sprite.
Yeah. Oh, I can add a creature. I can do that really quickly, actually.
Her stealth is going to be +8.
Oh shit! Good girl. All right. Good. Okay. So that's a 17.
17 total?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit hard time hearing you.
Sorry. Yes, 17.
Okay. So, Amaryllis begins to, as you project your sight into her, Leona and Kessra watch as her eyes go milk white. It's alarming. It's terrifying. And she grips onto your hand, Leona. Deirdre, your consciousness is thrust into Amaryllis. And you see the door behind you slightly ajar. And you look forward to your right. And you start to flutter down this corridor that you can see a light at the end. You can see the fire at the end. You start to flutter forward very quietly. And Amaryllis flies up to the ceiling as you instructed. What Amaryllis can see are 3 figures. The fire is towards the left of the room. The fire is towards the left of the room. It's massive. It's a big pit dug out. Around it, not around it, but next to it, Amaryllis can see a massive ritual circle. There is a figure face down, hands and elbows bound. You recognize it as Mondi. There are also two more figures. Roll a history check.
And this is at disadvantage still.
No, I would say this isn't a disadvantage.
Okay. All right. History. 19.
This is a half dragon.
Oh.
This is the spawn of a dragon and a humanoid. You know them as to be infertile creatures that are incredibly powerful. They're like souped up dragonborns. This dragon, or this half dragon, is red, a dark red.
Cool.
Can you hear through Amaryllis?
Mm-hmm. I can
Using-
see in here.
Find familiar. Are you using that familiar? Oh, that's right, because you can't hear. When you're okay. And the other figure has his back to Amaryllis, so you can't really see, but you do notice that he has massive horns coming out of the back of his head. And he's dressed in fine clothes that are almost like nobility, but like a satirical nobility. Like, I'm not actually noble, but I am wealthier than you are. Like an ironic kind, with a massive shoulder plate. And you do catch a glimpse of dark black hair that falls past his shoulders and comes into ringlets.
Cool. How far away is everyone from Amaryllis?
About 60 feet.
Well, okay, so first off, I am very quietly, like, doing stream of consciousness what I'm seeing as Amaryllis is going through, so they know everything that I'm seeing. I'm going to have Amaryllis find a shadowed corner,
Okay.
and she has weapons, doesn't she?
She does. She has a short sword, a long sword, and a short bow.
Who's chanting?
The person you cannot see.
The person whose face I couldn't see?
The person whose back is to you.
Back. Okay. I'm gonna have Amaryllis go to a really shadowy corner, and I'm gonna have her shoot her longbow at that person.
Okay.
Try and interrupt the chanting.
Okay. As you see her fly around to a dark corner, you get a look at his face. Sharp, angled features of this tiefling. He is quite handsome. Let me pull up the reference so that I don't get this wrong. Okay.
I know this reference.
His collar, you notice, comes up high. And he's got the symbol of a dragon pin on his chest. He holds a book in his right hand. And you see now his horns actually come forward and up, much like Mondi's. But where Mondi's eyes are pure white, his are pure shadow. He's got a long forked tail at the end coming out of his backside, some component pouches on his side. Before she can take a shot, your vision is startlingly interrupted by a demonic face flying right in front of you.
Cool.
This face, its leathery wings flap, 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 flap. And it lets out a screech as it grabs onto Amaryllis to make a sting attack. It's going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. I think. I don't know what her armor class is.
It's pretty low.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points of piercing damage, which your sprite probably has.
She probably has not much more than that. I imagine she's popped back into the Feywild.
She has 2 hit points.
Yep.
Okay, familiars have 1 or 2, I think.
Some familiars too. Yes. As this imp latches down, you feel and hear Amaryllis' screech of pain as she disappears from this plane and into the Feywild. And the imp gives a loud shriek. Oh wait, you wouldn't hear that. You don't know that, but you do hear a shriek.
Yeah. Deirdre's going to blink and come back to, or I'm going to blink and come back to myself and be like, something just took out Amaryllis.
What? I can't hear you.
Sorry. Something just took out Amaryllis. Something knows we're here. Did I see the imp through Amaryllis' eyes before it attacked her?
Yes.
Okay. So I know it was an imp then. Okay.
So we need to get him out.
Yeah, we really, really do. We really do.
Well, we're running out of options and running out of time. So Leona's gonna push into the little room because you described there was a corridor. So I'm just trying to like give myself a full visual. I'm pretty imaginative, but I want to make sure what I'm imagining in my brain is matching what is actually happening.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Does it look like there's anything coming our way, or sound like anything's coming our way?
Make
Or
a
are they just
perception
doing
check.
their own thing? 21.
Yeah, you feel pretty confident that nothing is coming towards you. There, you can see down this corridor. The corridor opens up slowly and then all at once, and you see the blazing bonfire rages about 10 or 20 feet tall as it flickers to life in the air. And it's the main thing that you see. So you come out and you see right into the fire, and you feel like there's something off to the right going on, but you can't see it from your current vantage point.
Gonna creep forward.
Are you being stealthy?
I'm trying really hard.
Is anybody going with her?
Yeah, I'll go with her.
Both of you roll
Hi,
stealth
Kessa.
checks.
You just hear the slight creaking of my leather grabby hands trying to just fucking.
What'd you roll, Leona?
I rolled a 1.
Okay. What'd you roll, Deirdre? What?
16.
Leona, you get to the edge of this corridor, and you see what the sprite saw. You see Mondi unconscious, face down, hands hogtied behind his back, legs bound. He looks pretty beat up. He's got a head wound that is bleeding excessively, like blunt force trauma. And as soon as you look at him and you look up, you look right into the eyes of this tiefling. And before you can do anything at all,
Yikes.
he is going to cast Fireball at you.
Fireball or firebolt?
Ball.
Fuck.
I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
24.
16.
Okay. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 20, 21, 26.
Is it? Did either of us pass? Did we half?
So, Leona, you dodge out of the way and you feel the heat just scorch up your back. You're going to take 12 points. 26 divided by 2?
13.
13 points of fire damage. Deirdre, for the second time in your life, you are entirely engulfed in flames. You take 26 points of fire damage.
Yep, I'm unconscious.
And that's where we're going to end today's session. And we're going to switch over to Mondi.
Oh my gosh!
Remember when I said, who's gonna rescue us? Who's gonna rescue us?
It could have been worse. I could have failed my save.
Sucks that the healer's out, though.
Okay.
I have healing. Just not as much.
So, do you guys need a short break before we go into Mondi's, or do you want to just jump right in?
Let's just jump right in.
Jump right in?
Or
Raise your hand if you want to break.
Like 30 seconds, just like real quick.
Yeah, let's
Just
take
like
a break.
quick.
We'll be right back.
Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you left me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Once you're pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you left me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Once you're pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane.
I can't. Okay.
You have just heard from Leona. She knocked on your door and told you that she was going to be going for a walk, leaving you with waiting for the knock of a sprite next door to alert you of any trouble with your friend Deirdre. What are you doing?
Hi, I am laying in bed still, pretty exhausted, wanting to go to sleep, but just kind of replaying the events in my head of, seeing what happened with Deirdre, seeing being knocked out by the goblins and wanting to fight for them, and just kind of torn right now internally about just a lot of things in my head. So I'm just going to be drifting in and out of sleep. Yeah.
All right. So the night continues to tick on as you drift in and out of consciousness, not really getting any restful sleep per se, but kind of attempting to calm yourself down, calm your body down. You finally feel yourself slip into the deep slumber that you're used to. And at first you're worried that you might start to dream. However, there's nothing, again, just the empty void, and you are only vaguely aware of time passing. Make a Constitution saving throw. No? What was it?
That's going to be 7.
Okay. Good to know. Nevin, the next thing that, Mondi, I'm sorry, the next thing that you know, your eyes are... Mondi, you are alone in your room. It is about 9:30, 9:45 at night. You have just heard from Leona. She knocked on your door and told you that she was going to be going for a walk, leaving you with waiting for the knock of a sprite next door to alert you of any trouble with your friend Deirdre. What are you doing?
Hi, I am laying in bed still, pretty exhausted, wanting to go to sleep, but just kind of replaying the events in my head of, seeing what happened with Deirdre, seeing being knocked out by the goblins and wanting to fight for them, and just kind of torn right now internally about just a lot of things in my head. So I'm just going to be drifting in and out of sleep. Just, yeah.
All right. So the night continues to tick on as you drift in and out of consciousness, not really getting any restful sleep per se, but kind of attempting to calm yourself down, calm your body down. You finally feel yourself slip into the deep slumber that you're used to. And at first you're worried that you might start to dream. However, there's nothing. Again, just the empty void, and you are only vaguely aware of time passing. Make a Constitution saving throw. No? What was it?
That's going to be 7.
Okay. Good to know. Nevin, the next thing that, or Mondi, I'm sorry, the next thing that you know, your eyes are slowly blinking open. And you're not in your bed anymore. Make a perception check.
I can't hear you.
Make a perception check.
3.
It's dark. It's very dark in here. Your face is in some sort of soft surface. It feels a little bit like a pillow, but like a pillow that's really old. You smell a little bit of mildew and sod, some dust. You're face down and your arms are bound behind you. And as you open your mouth to speak, you feel the taste of a gag covering your mouth.
Do I feel like I'm still wearing the clothes like I'm usually wearing?
You are still wearing the clothes that you usually wear. Yeah.
And
you
can
can't-
I
you
try
can't-
to
Go ahead.
can I try to like feel with my arms, see if I can feel with my dagger? Or is that yes?
Yeah, your dagger. You kind of shift around and try and suss out what you've got, and you do not have any weapons on you. You also do not have anything aside from your clothes. No items, nothing. And you're sitting here in the dark, waiting. Make another perception check.
Still can hear you.
Make another perception check.
Your mic just did not like you saying perception checks.
I know.
That's a little better. That is 12.
12. As your eyes start to adjust to the darkness, you can tell that you are in a small room. There's a bucket in the corner. You are laying on an aged sleeping pad, essentially. And there is a brazier by a door. The brazier is not currently lit. Now, as you sit here and wonder about your fate, your short life beginning to flash before your eyes, thinking about all of the things that you didn't get to do, the door opens. And you see standing in front of you a figure. The first thing that you can tell is that they are of draconic ancestry. The second thing you notice is that they are well armed. You've seen the Dragonborn on your way here from Elverness. This is not quite like a Dragonborn. It's as if a dragon had a humanoid form. A dragon head, red scales, bright red scale, dark red scales, and flaring fins. What are those things called that flare out from behind? And long horns that extend back. They've got full armor on, a massive greatsword sheathed at their side, and a long tail that is also armored. They're about 6'5", and they have to duck into the doorway. You watch as they take a torch that they have, and light the brazier, illuminating your room. You can now see much better. This is make a history check. See if you know what this is.
Oh my god. I'm moving that die away from me.
Dice
That's
jail.
a 5.
You have no idea what this creature is. It looks pretty scary, though. You stare up at it, wondering what could possibly be happening, and they speak. Oh. Crap. Hold on. Let me fix this for you. And they walk up to you and they pull out a dagger and they unbind you and ungag you. I'm so sorry about that. I thought you would be a little more free. Here, let me help you up. They extend a hand.
I'm gonna just stand up on my own, not taking his hand.
Okay. He kind of holds his hands up like, all right. I'm Kilciar, by the way. That's Kilciar. Kilciar.
Why am I here right now?
Oh, yeah, come with me. Well, I'll explain everything. My brother and the others, they're in the next room. Come on. He gestures for you to go into the hallway first.
All right. I'll walk.
Okay. The corridor is steep at first. A set of stairs come up and then around. And then there's a door that's slightly ajar, with light filtering in. You can hear the sounds of deep voices. Do you go in?
Yes.
Okay. You push open the door, and you're greeted with the sight of what looks to be a common area of some sort. There is a massive rug laid out. This chamber is in a massive cavern, and you look and you can see a chandelier hanging from like a wooden kind of chandelier hanging from the ceiling. There's a long table, rectangular table with a bench on the long side and 2 chairs on each side. A fire just next to that in a fire pit. Some pews all around. The floor is cobblestone. You immediately see just like a few doors, and you hear some growls and some snarls to your left. And you look to your left, and the wall continues and then cuts in this way, and you look and there's a pit. It's maybe 50, 60 feet deep, and within it you see guard drakes, which are these 4-legged draconic creature. They're almost like dogs, used for guard and sometimes even transportation. If you can take
What do you say they were called?
guard drakes. These are blue guard drakes. There's about 3 of them. But what you also see in this massive kind of meeting room, dining hall-esque area, you see 4 figures all seated around the table eating. The first that immediately catches your attention is a creature that looks exactly like Kilciar, except a few shades lighter red, wearing similar armor, wielding a similar greatsword. They look. You could swear, if you didn't know any better, you'd say they were related. Next to him is a massive, hulking bronze dragonborn with a huge head, and you can see their left eye is inky white with a massive scar trailing down the side of their face. The next creature you see has dark obsidian skin, long pointed ears like an elf, silver hair that falls a little bit into their face, piercings down the sides of their ears, and a hood up. And you can actually see the front of them. They have a covering from the forehead all the way down across one eye. They appear to be feminine, of a feminine nature, but you're really not sure the gender. Make a history check to see if you know what kind of creature this is.
Dirty 20.
This is a dark elf. This is a drow. They live primarily underground in the Underdark. But they are sometimes seen on the surface. They are known to be excellent assassins and thieves. And this one appears to be a female drow. She looks at you, and with her one good eye, you're not sure if she's blinking at you or just winking at you because you can only see one eye, but she appears to give you, and I should mention she's got scars of her own that trail down the side of her face that's covered. One passes right over her lips, and she gives you a cheeky wave. Next to her, you see probably the most interesting figure in the room. They are a tiefling with red skin, sharp, angular features, messy black hair that kind of falls onto their shoulders. One of the first things that you notice is their horns come down and forward just like yours. Not the same way, but in a similar fashion, they come back up, pointing backwards. They are dressed in fine red robes, almost military style, with golden accents and a golden chest piece that pins the two halves of his shirt together. On the left side, they wear a single shoulder plate with gauntlets. And you notice that floating around their shoulder is a small, leathery-skinned red creature with bright red eyes. And as this tiefling turns to look at you, you see that their eyes, where yours are white, theirs are black, completely dark. And they look at you with a big smile. So you're the one everybody's making a fuss about. Come on, come join us.
Sorry for my confusion, but where am I?
Oh, you're not far from Asmarin, he says. He stands up and gestures for you to come and have a seat at the table beside him. You're just in a cove just outside of the western gate. Come, have a seat. Break bread with us. I will explain everything to you.
I'll sit down next to him, looking around, realizing that I don't really have much of a choice either way right now.
Yeah. The bronze dragonborn is easily 7 feet tall. The tiefling is smaller in stature, about your height and weight, but he has this presence that exudes this kind of darkness. And you see this. See if you make an Arcana check to see if you know what's fluttering around his shoulders.
That is 16.
It is an imp. It is a fiendish familiar. This tiefling looks at you with... You're not really sure if he's looking at you, actually, because his eyes are so dark. There's almost shadows on his face. And he gives you a broad smile, beaming white teeth, punctuated by 2 fangs coming down. What is your name?
Moldy.
Maldi. I am Misery.
The tiefling says that?
Yes. This fine gentleman right here, he points to the massive, hulking bronze dragonborn. This is Tazrakas. You can call him Taz. I see you've met Kilciar. This is his brother, Drazaros. And this fine creature over here, he points to the female drow who is hunched over eating her soup, just not paying you any mind anymore. This is the lovely creature that brought you to us. This is Aelin. She kind of gives you, she waves her spoon at you. She says, I'm only here for my payment and soup, and then I'm leaving. Kilciar gives a laugh. Kind of unnerves you a little bit. Reaches into his pouch, tosses her a bag full of gold. Or coin, you're really not sure. Sounds heavy. She gives a salute with her spoon, downs the rest of her soup, drops it on the table, wipes her mouth off with her hand, gives it a shake and walks out. Leaving you here alone with these 4 humanoids. Taz looks at you with a kind of a toothy grin. His head is as big as a horse's head. It's massive with this long snout. He looks at you with his one good eye. Moldy. You can kind of tell by looking at him that he doesn't have just a lot of words at his disposal. Kilciar turns to you, the one who brought you in from your chambers. We'll go ahead and tell you. We are Serpent Guards. Have you ever heard of us?
I haven't, right?
No.
No, I'm not familiar with that name.
Well, it's probably for the best. I take it you have heard of the Dark Queen, Tiamat?
Yeah, I may have heard a rumor of her, yeah.
Misery speaks up now, giving you another smile. He leans in a little closer, clasping his hands, resting his chin on his fingers. And he says, what do you know about her? What have they told you?
Not a whole lot, honestly. I heard she wants to come back, that she was banished, or...
You're not wrong.
She's in the 7 hells now, yeah?
The 9 hells, yes.
9 hells,
yes.
I'm sorry. I was in the middle of a nap whenever I came to.
Understandable.
So I assume you guys work for her?
In a way, she is a patron of mine. We belong to her church. Now, I'm quite glad that we reached you before the crown would educate you otherwise. See, people love to categorize deities and people as good and evil. What do you think it means to be evil, Mondi?
I don't think that I don't think good and evil is I don't think anyone's either pure good or evil.
Then we're on the same page. Tiamat is considered a evil deity because she demands homage, she demands supplication, and she demands reverence. And a tithe, of course. Dragons are known for their ambition, some would call it greed. Either way. Do you want to hear more about her? Do you want to know the truth?
Yeah, I mean, might as well. While I'm sitting here, don't really have much of a choice, do I? I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry if that came across as rude.
No, you're a funny guy. I saw you fighting some goblins. It's pretty excellent display of sorcery. I was impressed.
Thank you.
I knew that I had to try and recruit you. You see, I was also a sorcerer. I still am. And I found myself stifled after a certain point, as if I could not progress onward in my thirst for more. Learning how to quicken my spells or twin them or use them carefully, it wasn't enough, and I sought someone who could help. Tiamat helps. She gives me powers that I had not dreamed of. But this is not about me. This is about the Dark Queen. Short history lesson, Mondi. The Dark Queen was created when the great god Io was split in half by a titan, by a primordial, during the Dawn War. He was cleaved in two and slain, and from these two halves rose Tiamat and Bahamut. Two sides of a coin. Tiamat greatly opposed the primordials, who wanted to destroy this world and all that inhabited it. She fought bravely in the Dawn War. That is certainly recorded in the annals of history. She gave everything that she could to that fight to preserve life. And it worked. The deities won. And for her service, they granted her dominion over the prime-material plane. Pelor went on to Elysium. Bahamut traveled on to Mount Celestia in the heavens. And Tiamat was given all of us. This was a great time for dragons and dragonkind, those who used draconic magic, like you and I. Their power was never greater. However, as stories tend to go, the so-called good deities of Pelor and Bahamut were threatened by Tiamat. And so even though they had granted her dominion, even though they had given her a worthy consolation, a worthy prize for reward for all that she had done to save them and to save humanity, to save all of us, they took back their word and they locked her away in the 9 hells for all of eternity. The 9 hells are where devils preside. Tiamat is not a devil, but she is trapped there, in Avernus, the first layer, tortured by Asmodeus. What do you think of this?
I mean, why would they send her down there if she had done nothing wrong?
That is the question.
Well, I assume she's talked to you before if she's a patron of yours.
She has spoken to me in a way, yes, but I have not asked her that specific question. However, Bahamut has always been a jealous deity. He did not like that she received more worship than he. And not only did he sentence her to the 9 hells, but also all of chromatic dragons when they die. Every single soul immediately judged, immediately damned. People wonder why they're so evil. How would you feel if you knew that your soul was only going to be tormented for all of eternity? I doubt you would give a fuck either.
No, I can understand that.
And on top, to add insult to injury, all of dragonkind was banished to Dragonshire, the island just west of here. They roam, of course. They come to this massive continent and they make their homes, but for the most part, they remain, squabbling over small patches of coast and jungle, mountain. So, we are the Serpent Guards, warriors, crusaders, sometimes information gatherers. And we revere the true primordial god Her Dark Majesty, the Scaled Tyrant Tiamat. We honor her, we give reverence, and she gives us incredible powers. All she wants us to return to her promised land, to what she was given, to what she bled for, to what she fought for, to what she lost for. Now, you can try and progress your powers on your own. I've tried it myself. But if you decided to join us, Maudie, the Dark Queen will grant you everything you could ever ask for, as long as you revere her, as long as you worship her. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. But I saw you out there fighting, tiefling to tiefling. There's no place for us. You were with a group, right? 3 others. Three women, I believe. I don't know anything about them. But I do know that eventually those who look like everyone else will shun those who don't. No matter how good you think they are, no matter how good they think they are. They always want to use you or tame you, make you more manageable. You wouldn't have to do that with us. You wouldn't have to limit yourself to what was acceptable in their eyes. Tell me, Maudie, do you feel it inside of you, the chaotic powers from your bloodline? Do you feel them festering? Yes, I have felt the same. I also know how that feels when they threaten to control you, instead of you controlling them. Have you ever felt like you did not have control, Maudie?
Yes. I often have dreams. And that's where I usually feel it.
I also used to have dreams, nightmares.
Yes, that's a more apt description.
Yes, yes. The imp kind of flutters around his shoulder, perches on his horn for a second, comes back down to the table. We are all here because, let me just say, usually the word cultist is a dirty word. We don't really see ourselves like that. I think we look like ordinary people. Don't you? Do we look fanatic, out of our minds?
No, but you also didn't exactly invite me here.
Oh, yes, that was a misunderstanding. I asked Aelin to bring you to us. And I did not specify how, and I accept responsibility for this.
Well, I'm just glad she brought me to you guys alive then, huh?
Of course, I told her we wanted to speak to you. to recruit such a young, a promising power, to show you what I have been given, to show you what you could be one day, should you choose. I can teach you how to control that chaotic manifestation within you. I can teach you how to use it for your own benefit instead of another's, instead of being used or possessed. It's a tempting offer, I know. What are your thoughts, Mondi? Let us have a conversation about this.
Truly, that is all I want. I don't want to lose control. I feel like we have different ideas of what we want to use our powers for, though.
Let us talk about it. What would you like to use your powers for?
You seem like you want more power. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I even want to have this power.
That is the thing about us, Mondi, is that we do not get a choice. It is not more power I seek. It is the ability to harness what is already inside of me, burning away at my soul. To consume it before it consumes me. You are, with your obvious draconic bloodline, you are given an infinite amount of power from the moment you are born. And as you grow, you learn to display or produce maybe a knife made of ice, maybe a bolt of acid. But that is only a taste of what is already there. And like a fire, if left unchecked, will burn away at everything that you hold dear. It's not more power than I seek, Mondi. Besides, what is power for power's sake? What is power without something to do with it? What is it that you would do with more control?
I would try to just have a normal life,
Yes?
honestly.
What does a normal life look like for you, Mondi? Paint me a picture.
A home, for one.
Oh. A white picket fence?
Not exactly, no.
What
But
kind of home then?
I just want somewhere where I can feel more. I don't know exactly what the house looks like or anything like that. I'm not trying to paint that for you. I just know I want to find a place where I can go to sleep at night without fear for myself or for others. And just not feel like I always have to be on the run. If I could find a way to make that happen, I would.
In my experience, Mondi, home is not a place. It is a state of mind. I know that wherever I go, I can sleep peacefully because I have the home right here. The control, the confidence, the knowledge that no one can take advantage of me. So, I can sleep in many places without fear.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I think that is what we all want, do we not? The two, you recognize them now as half-dragons.
Mm.
Creatures made of infertile race produced by a dragon and any other humanoid. And the Dragonborn. And the Dragonborn gives us a flare of a snort, and a little fire comes out, a little smoke trails out, and the two half-dragons raise their mug at you. None of us exactly fit in anywhere, if you can imagine. So we make our home here. Well, home. We are on a mission to, look into some people, some groups that are causing chaos. And we're here for recruitment, of course. We are always looking for promising young talent. I can pick you up just as my mentor picked me.
What exactly would you need from me?
Join us.
By word.
Help us to uncover the mysteries of who seeks to keep the scaled tyrant locked in her cage. Who opposes the cult of the dragon. There are many factions of the cult, just so you know. There are a few extreme fanatics, I will admit. They make us look bad. But we seem all right. I think that the powers that be like to paint us as the enemy, as pure evil. But I agree with you, Mondi. I don't think that anybody is pure evil. I think that people are just looking out for themselves and for their loved ones. As they should. Do you have loved ones that you would like to look after?
I don't know. Maybe.
A few of those girls were very pretty.
They're very nice. But I just met them.
Fair. Living a life like you and I do, we meet a lot of people. They come and they go. Even you and I might come and go from each other's lives. But Mondi, I will warn you that they will never understand you. Not truly. What do you think they would do if they knew what you see in yourself? Do you think they would be afraid?
Probably, yeah.
Just as you are afraid. Fear is a terrible thing. You can rise above it. You are a
I
man. Go ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was only going to say you are a man of many talents. You could use those talents to do whatever you wanted. Especially with our help. Tell me your thoughts. I see the wheels spinning in your mind, young sorcerer.
I don't know if I can give you an answer tonight.
Hmm.
As much as I appreciate the offer and you are right about everything.
Hmm.
I don't know if I necessarily trust you yet,
And I don't
or
know.
more specifically, your patron.
That is fair. She doesn't know if she can trust you either.
Also, I'm not proud of this. I'm not proud of what I have
Why ever not?
because it's not good. You said it. The nightmares, the visions, even the power that I use, it doesn't feel good.
Not
I
yet.
don't want. I don't know if I want to just give into it.
Mondi, you do not have to give in to it. The more control you have, the less you even have to use it. It is like, well, I use the metaphor, it is just like fire. Before men learned to use it, they were afraid of it. They did not want it to burn them. They ran from it. But when they learned how to harness it, they could turn it off and on. They could create it. They could destroy it. And they could use it to their advantage. To do great things. Or to do nothing at all. Have you hurt someone with your magic?
Yes. Yes.
I see. I did too. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
I couldn't hear you.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Fair enough.
Go on.
It was this little goblin that I rescued, and while I was traveling and trying to find a safe place for, I had the nightmare that I told you about, and I felt that power. And when I woke up, everything around me was destroyed. And
You knew.
including her.
Yes, and you knew what had caused it.
Me.
Yes.
Or this.
They are the same. Although they act independently now. But you are young. What, not 20 years, I imagine?
Yeah.
You still have the baby face. I see it. Mine is, not dissimilar. I was born to a human mother, and she tried her best. She did not know what to do as I ripped her apart on my way out, nearly destroying her. It's not easy to give birth to a tiefling, I imagine. She was never the same. She relied on constant care. But she was not made of coin, and eventually the duties fell on me. I worked at a bookbinding store in town where I grew up and was constantly ridiculed, of course. A few of the local farm boys, you know the type, big mouths, big fists, they followed me home. And they did what bigots do. They began to beat the life out of me. My mother always told me not to give in, not to give them power. So I did not fight them at first, and then I felt the life seeping out, and I thought to myself, why? Why do I have to let them be this way? Why do I have to allow this? I didn't. I too had nightmares such as you and felt the calling of my patron, of my ancestors. Every night as I slept, I felt them call, and every night I said no. And then I didn't. On that night, I'll never forget the way they exploded into flame and burned to the ground. The flames also caught the house. And as I lay there, falling unconscious, my disabled mother could not escape. And she burned, just like everyone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It was a long time ago. But thank you. It is not easy to live in a world that hates you.
This is true.
No doubt you've seen that. I don't have to tell you.
Yeah.
But take a look at these assholes. They don't fit in anywhere either. But we all have something in common. We all have a power. We all have, might not even call it a power, a gift, an inherent bloodline that sets us apart, sets you apart. For once, being different does not have to be bad. I tell you what, it is late. It's best not to travel in the woods this late at night. Have a rest here, and in the morning we can talk more.
Sounds good.
Oh, and you don't have to stay in that, it's technically a holding cell, but we found this place. I think it was a smuggler's cove before we discovered it. So, Oh, I'm getting tired. Ara, his imp, flutters. Ara, show him to the quarters. You hear the leather wings flap, 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 as this imp begins to glide over your head, around your horns, and you look to your right and you see a doorway. A stone, it's not even a doorway, it's just an exit. Go and make yourself comfortable, it is late. You do look tired.
Thank you. I think I will. I'm gonna, as I get up and like start walking towards where the imp showed me, I just kind of want to look at the people as I'm passing, just like observing them, just watching to see like if they're happy or seem kind of, you know.
Sure, I'll have you go ahead and roll 3 separate insight checks. The first for Taz, the second for Kilciar, and the third for Drazaros.
So for Taz, it's a 19.
Okay.
A 12 for, who was the second one?
Kilciar.
Kilciar. And then an 8 for
Drazaros.
Drazaros.
So, your eyes scan as you get up from the table and begin to walk past these other humanoids. The first is Tazrakis. As I said before, he is a massive, hulking figure of a dragonborn. And as you walk, he is continuing to eat. He does look up. You can see in his one eye, there's not a whole lot going on up here. But he seems content. He seems well fed. You feel like his fists are the size of your head. But overall, he seems, with that 19, I would say you could tell he seems a little, wary of you. Uncertain. Distrusting. As you pass Kilciar, the red half-dragon, you can see a rather large pendant around his neck, and it is similar to the pendants that you found on those humans in the woods, but it is different in non-trivial ways. And he also gives you a look as you walk by. With that 12, you can see that he is hard to read, but you feel as though he is looking at you with the same kind of wondering what you're made of as you were looking at him. You can tell that he implicitly trusts Misery, and that he will follow anything that Misery says. Drazaros has not said a single word this entire evening. And he gives you a blank stare as you walk away. He is the other half-dragon. And he is a few shades lighter. He's not said a single word, and you cannot get a beat on this guy. But he watches you as you walk away, and hairs in the back of your head stand up.
I can't hear you.
The hairs in the back of your head stand up a little bit. I keep leaning back. Okay. So yeah, the M takes you through a stone corridor into a room with about 6 beds. A few of them look like they have been slept in by Taz. Or slept in by a large creature that was too large for the bed. But there are a few that are untouched.
Okay. I'm gonna go and sit on the one for closest to the door.
Okay. You seated on the bed, closest to the door. And then what?
I want to just lay back down. And do I still... I didn't even ask for my weapons back. What the fuck? Do I still have my cards?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to like reach to try to see if I at least have those on me.
Mm-hmm.
And find that, not there. Just lay down and sigh and close my eyes and try to go to sleep, but can't for a second. So I want to just kind of lay there and use minor illusion to try to just make the white lily fortune telling card I gave Deirdre like float in front of me, and just kind of like almost like if it was between my fingers, just kind of like doing back and forth, like, or as a coin, just doing that until I can go to sleep.
Yeah. And though it eludes you for quite some time, you do find some rest. As you slip into unconsciousness, you feel it. That dark presence in the back of your mind. A low rumble. The smell of acid in your nose. Stinging, burning. You soar over a river against the current. Wings flapping in the night. Your eyes are scanning the forest, searching, always looking. Time goes by, and then suddenly you see a city in the distance. Make a perception check.
It's going to be 13.
It looks a lot like Azmorin. As the city creeps up towards you over the darkened horizon, you give a low chuckle. Perfect. Just in time.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the last part.
Perfect. Just in time. You dive into the water, and that's when you wake up. Drenched in sweat. You have gained the benefits of a full night's rest.
Finally. Just want to sleep.
Same. Big mood. And you wake up and you're underground, so it is disorienting and you're not sure how long you've been asleep, or what time of day it is, or even if it is day yet. Nobody's in the room.
I'm going to just try to like peek my head out to see if anyone's even here right now.
Okay. The bonfire has gone out somewhat. It is smaller than it was. And the plates have all been cleared from the table. Excuse me. You don't hear any snapping or growling from the pits where you know that the guard drakes are. There's only one figure in here. and it's Misery. He sits in one of the chairs, feet propped up on the table, leaning back on two legs, holding your dagger.
Where's everyone?
Oh, they've gone off to get some more supplies. It's just me and you and the guard drakes now. Did you rest well?
Yeah, I had another dream last night, but I'm kind of used to it at this point.
Do you ever feel like you have control in those dreams?
No.
Not yet, at least. Come have a seat. He kind of, as you were doing the lily, rolls your dagger between his fingers. Do you come sit down?
Yeah, sit down.
As soon as you sit down, he flips the dagger up and it sails and lands directly into the table in front of you. And you look down and there's a piece of paper. It's the bounty for Andromeda Skyseeker that you had on you.
I'm just gonna take the dagger out, pick it up, and say, is this somebody that you know?
No, I've never seen this creature in my life. What about you?
No, I just found the news or the bounty for a few days ago.
Yeah, that's quite a sum of money right there.
Yeah, I'm just killing time here, so I thought maybe I could ask around for it.
Have you had any luck?
No, not recently.
How much was that bounty for? It was like 50 gold.
Yeah, it was 50 gold.
Yeah, 50 gold. And with the First Lord's promise to match all bounties, 100 gold, that, most people don't see that in their entire lives.
Well, if you would like the bounty or the note, you can keep it. It's not a...
No, not keep it for yourself. I was just thinking philosophically, what gives a person so much worth to somebody like that? Somebody like the First Lord of Azmorin. Why do you think they want her?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know a whole lot about the First Lord.
Oh no? You don't?
No, aside from he makes
Rifles.
rifles, yes.
Yes, his family produces firearms. Deadly in the wrong hands. Almost as deadly as magic, even more so when combined with it.
From what I've heard, though, he seems to be a pretty good ruler.
What is good, anyway?
Well, the people seem happy.
Maybe.
Why are you guys in Azmorin right now?
We're looking for young talent like yourself. We're also trying to discover more about a very secretive society, group, organization. I'm really not sure what they classify themselves as these days.
What were they called?
That's the interesting part, Mondi, is we don't even know. Even that is a secret. I have a theory that they worship the god Vecna, the god of secrets. Cannot prove it, of course. Or perhaps
What was
the
it?
Vecna, Vecna, the god of secrets. Or perhaps they're even working for the Raven Queen, who is known for hoarding stories. I do know that they have killed a number of my compatriots, left their mark on their bodies as a warning. He
What type of mark?
reaches into his pocket and pulls out what looks like a piece of leather.
Oh no.
It's about this big around, and he sets it in front of you. It's a circle with the letter S inside of it. Burned.
Do I recognize it as the same black obsidian coin symbol?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about these people, would you?
Hmm. No, I found a coin. I'm sure you saw it as well if you went through my stuff. It was while we were looking for these kids, I found it.
Make a deception check.
$18. I mean, I assume that's the same symbol.
Okay.
But I don't know anything about the group, though.
Oh, you mean this? And he pulls out your coin. This
Yeah,
is
that's the one.
that you found?
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. It's hefty. It's got a weight to it. I haven't seen one of these before. He, like, smells it. They've killed many of my compatriots, as I said. In cold blood. Not even giving them a fair fight. In their sleep. Assassinated. Knives in their backs. Like cowards.
Why are they after you guys?
We worship a deity that is canonically known to be evil. Therefore, we all must be evil. Some of us are simply trying to protect our families. Some of us simply want to control the budding power inside of us. Some of us want to make coin. Some of us want glory. Some of us only seek to find a place to belong. Only seek a deity who rewards reverence and rewards humility, as Tiamat does. But because we are not an accepted religion, just as you and I are not an accepted race, although the humans will say that we are accepted. At least we're not goblins. But how far away are we from goblins, do you think? Not far, probably. Hell, goblins even have their own language. We borrow from the devils. Tieflings do. I aim to bring this organization down. Well, what I can do by myself and with the help of my companions, of course. And I think that they are here in Asmarin, the first city. And I want to find them. And I want to know why they decided it was acceptable to end a person's life in such a cowardly way. They move in the shadows. They exist in silence. They are untraceable. What do you make of this?
I don't know. Like I said, I only got here a few days ago, so all I know is the coin and yeah, just we only came here for a wedding. I don't know too much about this organization. But it does seem very unjust.
It would.
For what the,
But I know just as well as any that there are always two sides to a story. I wonder what they use to justify their actions. Is it reverence for another god? Is it self-righteousness for its own sake? I don't know. I don't know. But I will find out. And I want you to help me.
help you out.
Help me find them, help me track them down. Join me. Join us. Join the Serpent Guards.
I mean, how am I supposed to find a group of people that you don't even know exist? It kind of seems a little difficult given I know nothing about them, or you don't seem to know any way to track them. I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to help you. I'm just saying I don't know exactly how I will be of help to you.
I see. Well, I could show you ways. I can look with these abilities myself, but it takes a very long time with just one person. If I had another warlock looking with me, another draconic sorcerer warlock looking with me, I could find them. You know, the others, they have their uses, and they are longtime companions of mine. But they have all been rejected by her for patronage. None of them possess the skill necessary that you do. Join us, Mondi. And you will never be afraid again.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. I'll call the others. And when they get back, we can begin. And that's where you and I can take a short break. I'll go get the others, Misery says. As he walks out.
Excuse me. Before you go,
Yes.
I had a pouch that had some cards in them. Would I be able to grab that from you? If it's something that my mother gave me. That
Oh. Yes. He reaches into his pouch, pulls out your pack, and tosses it to you.
the pack or my whole pouch?
The tarot card pouch.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure, I'll be back. He steps away.
I wanna. So how big is this cave? Like, can I see the entrance and stuff?
Yeah, you can see the entrance. It is, I will send you a picture. Well, because that'll give it away. I can't give it away. So you see it's about 60 feet by 60 feet, maybe like 100 feet up. You see the door that you went through to stay in the barracks would be to the west. The door that you came from originally to the east. Directly south of that to the east is the pit with the guard drakes. You see a set of double doors along the south wall and then another single door in the southwest corner.
Okay. Did you send that to me?
No, I can't send it to you because
Okay.
it's a little bit spoilery. I can
worries.
I can take a snap. Yeah.
You said there's double doors, and where did he leave from or leave through?
The double doors.
And there was another door too.
To the left of that, yeah.
Okay. And where's the pit at in comparison?
I've sent you a portion of the screenshot.
Perfect.
But 10 is like a blank wall.
Oh, okay. So that
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
And 3 where the double doors are, and
Yep.
then 8 is where the pit area is with the.
Yep.
Okay.
And 5 is the
Is
other door.
7's a blank wall too, right?
No, 7 is the barracks.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So yeah, he's
I'm gonna
left.
walk over to the double doors and try to hear to see, like, without opening the door, just try to hear and see if I can, what sounds, what I can hear. Yeah.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Whoa. 19.
Pretty good, pretty good. You hear the distant sound of footsteps, like walking along a stone passage, maybe walking downstairs, but it sounds a little far.
Mhm.
You also can hear a distant lapping of water. There's a gentle lap of water against a coast. Not like waves crashing, but just a gentle.
Yeah.
Aside from that, you don't hear anything from outside of that door.
Okay. I want to go over to the other door.
The southwestern door?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, at 5.
Yeah.
And lean in and see if I can hear anything there. Like,
Make a
yeah, same thing.
Yeah, make a perception check.
9.
You don't hear anything.
Okay. So do I have all my stuff back on me, or just
Your
the
tarot
dagger?
card and your dagger.
Okay.
And that wanted poster, or the bounty poster if you want it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm keeping the bounty thing, like putting it with my tarot cards.
Okay.
And I want to very carefully and quietly open that door.
Okay. It opens without creak. You are in a narrow hallway that ends in another door.
I'm going to keep my dagger like behind my back a little bit, like out of sight almost, or try to hide it as well as I can, and
Okay.
walk down very quietly, like try to sneak to not be heard, and listen at that door too.
Yeah, roll for stealth and then perception.
12 for stealth
Okay.
and 11 for perception.
Okay. You also don't hear any movement behind this door.
Okay, I'm going to just slowly push it open and just try to peek in.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
You press it open, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Shit. That is 12.
Okay. As you push this door open, you're at grrr, and then immediately several clay pots fall from the ceiling, smash into smithereens on the ground. You see contained in them this dust that kind of billows up. It's a purplish blue dust that comes up and it fills your nose. You're going to take 18 points of poison damage.
That almost put me out. Oh my god.
But you see in this room chests and chests and chests and bookshelves, statues, more chests. This is a treasure hoard.
Shit. I am not going to go into this room.
Okay.
I'm going to try to wipe off as much of that dust as I can to get it off, try to cough it out. Quickly go back to the other room. And I want to listen at the double doors again to see if I can hear anyone either coming or leaving still.
Okay, so as you walk back down that corridor towards the, and you walk through that first door that you walked into the hallway, wham! You are hit in the back of the head with something very hard, and you're going to take another 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
I go out.
All right, you go unconscious. Blackness. Just empty. Void. Nothing. And then you feel the acid in your nose, not like the poison you inhaled earlier, but the familiar sting, the burn. All you see is black, though. You can hear the gentle heartbeat. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. It's very still, peaceful, almost. And then nothing. And you wonder to yourself, is this it? Is this the end of the line? Is this where Mondi's story comes to a close? Alone? Where no one knows where he is? And as you think these thoughts to yourself and you see the face of the little goblin girl and you see the face of your mother, you start to hear wings flapping. Giant, leathery wings flapping. And that chaotic energy inside of you that comes with these dreams bursts in your chest. And you wake up. Bound. Gagged. Sitting in the middle of a ritual circle. And that's where we're going to end the session.
What?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. Welcome back.
Listen, I have a lot of emotions. Listen,
This is where we are going to pick up next week, next Sunday. I hope all of you will be able to tune in and see what befalls our beloved heroes, our beloved adventurers.
Death.
yeah,
That's what's going to be
they're
follow
gone.
us.
Bye.
I'll start making a new character this week.
I may not
Yeah.
die. I may
Esther
not
might be
die.
okay.
Nah,
Just get out.
I've resigned myself. Deirdre's just gone.
Deuces.
Let's go ahead
See
and
you
sign
later.
off for the night.
She did not sign up for this.
You want to sign us off, Kate?
I'm Kate. You can find me on Twitter at KatesD8. You can find me on Twitch and Discord at KatesandD8. And up until today, I played Deirdre.
Hi, I'm Kate as well. And you can find me on Twitter and everywhere else at Very Pale Ale. And I played Kestra. And hopefully will next week too.
Hi, I'm Mindy. You can find me on Twitter at MKAY1713. I played Fiona, and we'll hopefully get to play her at least a little bit of next session.
And I'm Camille, the DM. You can find me on Twitter at CamilleDoesDND. You can also find our Twitter page, Open for Adventure. If you guys like our cool merch, look at this sweater. It's so cute. This logo was actually designed by Arsqueef. You know, the Arsqueef. And if you look under our videos, you can see a link to our merch site, and you can go buy stuff. It's really cool. Through Streamlabs.
This jacket's a little bum.
Yeah. I will warn you, things run a little small, so be
Run a
careful.
lot small. The jackets don't.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my players. Thank you guys for everything that you do.
Thanks for killing our characters.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.